Hey guys, thanks for stopping. So I'm gonna do my quick little video on Mexico, Potero Chico, and I'd have to put it the second scariest thing that I've ever done. It wasn't that scary. Thankfully, I had a really good buddy, and it was thrilling. How about that? I'll put it as thrilling because it was pretty exposed. You know, like exposed being like there ain't nothing below you. But been down Mexico a couple of times. The last time I was there for about 3 months, and fantastic time. I don't know which time it was. It might have been the first time, but it might have been one of the other times that I did this climb. Potero Chico, the small Potero. Potero is sort of a mountainous formation that's sort of like the head and the neck being the entrance or the entering the valley, and then it's a big wide open area. So Potero Chico is gorgeous. St. Nicolas El Dago, which is the city that's right below that. Oh, the people are so nice. They have these great markets, and although I gotta say, the last time I went, they've been a little too Americanized. You know, the first 2 times I was there, they still weren't that Americanized, where it was exotic and fun to try to talk to people. By the last time I was there, prices have increased, and yeah, I don't know. It was still really fun and really exotic, and I went to other places in Mexico that were fantastically gorgeous, and Potero itself. Okay. God, how many times can I say gorgeous? That's part of the reason why I do rock climbing and snowboarding and all that, because mountainous formations are fantastic and awesome, and I love those formations. But Potero itself, okay, so the neck of this big head is where most of the climbs are, and as you walk into it, there are 1,000-foot cliffs on both sides of you, and at the tops and adorning both sides are all sorts of little tropical plants. Like on the rocks, the climbers that make the routes have to actually take these plants off of the rock because they're growing on the side of the rock. It's awesome. And at the top it looks like palm trees, but they're not palm trees, they're Joshua trees, but they sort of like speckle the rim, if I'd put it as the rim. And as you're walking in, it's like a bunch of like slots in the rock, you know. It's like yeah, these big slots that there are climbs all throughout all of these slots on both sides, and it's a limestone, grayish to black. Basically anything's a foothold with limestone because it's just so rough. It's like 20 grit sandpaper. If there is any kind of a anomaly on anything, it's a handhold, it's a foothold, and there are climbs where I'm just running up them pretty much. But I mean, they do have some very difficult climbs there too, but in general, it's a very easy rock to climb. The same features on any other kind of rock would be a lot more difficult, but it's gorgeous. So this climb that me and my buddy did, I'm pretty sure the name of it is El Cracko Diablo, the Devil's Crack. The climb itself, not too difficult. I think it was like a 510C or something like that, and in Potero Chico that's not that difficult. But you know, we do the climb, and it was enjoyable, beautiful day and all that. So, the climb itself wasn't the scary part. It was the rappel. So Cracko Diablo is sort of on the cusp between the valley, or that little entryway, and the Potero itself. And around the inside of that Potero on the right side, it's this huge 800-foot Waco, you know, so it's like this big concave area. And the beta, or the information that we got, I'm pretty sure it was straight from the book, and we talked to a couple of people, said that we should rappel down into that Waco down a different climb. So we did that. I don't think it was wrong, but it definitely wasn't easy. Because, okay, I don't know how he ended up being the first one to go down, but for my own sake, he did most of the work by being the first person to rappel. We had 2 ropes, so it's like a 200-foot rappel. And as he went down, he clipped the rope in to this rock with the draws that we had. And so I think that we were able to communicate enough by the time that he got down, because it's 200 feet away and I couldn't see him. The rock just drops off beneath you. It's like you can see rock for maybe about 10 feet and then it's gone. There's nothing between you. It's exposed. It's you and ground. And so he managed to get down there. So what I had to do is, as I'm rappelling down, you know, and it was because he locked me in so I can get back to the rock whenever I took out a piece. Every piece that I took off, I'd swing out a little bit, clip the thing on, clip the drawback onto me, and then I'd rappel down a little bit. He'd pull me into the next piece. I'd unclip that one, swing out a little bit, you know, and there's nothing but me and ground, and we're still up 400 to 600 feet. Yeah, it's about maybe 400 feet. It couldn't have been much more than that. But anyway, so I get down to the last, like every time I swing out a little bit further, not too bad. This last time, the last piece that he had put in, and I can't believe that he made it all the way to the belay station, because it was way in there. Like, you end up in the middle of this big Waco by the time we get there. And the last piece I took off, I swung out, it must have been 50 feet or something like that. And like, I took off from once I unclipped that, I took off from the rock at like 30 miles an hour. I'm just like, phew, flying away from the rock. Oh, thank you so much, dude. I grabbed onto the rope, I'm like, ah! What a thrill, you know. But, you know, rappelled myself down, he pulled me in, and we made it the rest of the way down. But my God, some of the most interesting things that I've run into like that, you know. So much fun. Alright guys, keep it real.